Happy St. Patty's Day!
Happy St. Patty's Day! Look at us go again.
Happy St. Patty's Day!
Happy St. Patty's Day! Another year, another week with Talk Fort Dodge, and we're both back this week.
We are both back, and we got Todd's technology back, so we can see stuff.
And you can comment.
Yeah, people were commenting last week, and I was like, I can't tell from my little phone.
It's honestly, Todd's technology is my laptop, which not a big deal, but it's here.
And I have a laptop too, but it doesn't do what Todd's does.
It's a MacBook.
Yeah, mine's not.
I'm that guy. I never was growing up, but then I got an iPhone, and once I got the iPhone, I got the Apple Watch, which I don't wear anymore. Actually, it exploded. I'll tell that story another time. And then I got the MacBook, and then an iPad, and then at some point in time, everything rang at the same time. So I'd get a phone call, and my watch would buzz, my phone would buzz, my iPad would buzz, and my computer would tell me I have a phone call all together.
That just sounds like overwhelming.
It was. So I got rid of the iPad. I turned it off. So now just my phone rings again.
Yeah.
The other cool thing is I figured out with it the other day is I can push copy on my phone and paste on my computer. It'll copy and paste from my phone to my computer, which has come in handy a couple of times.
Okay.
Well, it's So green, way to
I got my suspenders.
I got a question.
That hurt. It hurt right there.
I'll wear suspenders one of these days.
This is the one time I wish I was a little fatter. I think bigger people pull off the suspenders better.
Don't wish too hard, bud.
Yeah, I know. This is actually a little loose.
Oh, shoot. So it's St. Patrick's Day. And I see Jeremiah has all kinds of stuff here to tell us a little bit about.
Well, it's actually like a Christian holiday. And we went out last night with Father Feller to one of the places. And what was it? Something in Shenanigans. Just like a 2-hour thing. And these 2 Ireland guys were doing, I think they're going to be at Shiny Top tonight.
They are.
They were really, really good.
Yes, they are.
So there you go. Go to Shiny Top. They had their kilts on, and
I almost wore a kilt today.
And I don't know if they'll do it tomorrow or tonight.
Oh, they'll have it on. They'll have the kilt and the whole hats.
But they even had some sing-along things printed out that they could put on the table.
Did you sing?
No, I scare people when I sing.
Did Father Feller sing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, he's always in it. We'll have to have him on soon.
That's a good idea. Father Fellers, you're up next.
But yeah, St. Patrick, he was born in Roman Britain in the late 4th century. He was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave.
Ooh.
And then things got better from there for him. And I do believe he became a bishop. And I don't know, we don't need to go on with all the history on that, but
didn't he drive all the snakes out of Ireland or something?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
You want the truth?
By the time of his yes.
There was never snakes in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
Many legends grew up around him. For example, that he drove the snakes out of Ireland and used the shamrock to explain the Trinity. Ireland came to celebrate this day with religious services and feast. So yeah, maybe I need to have St. Patrick bless my backyard because they get those little gardener snakes.
Yeah, there you go. Gardener snakes are good. They eat bugs.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, and they're not mean.
No, but you jump in the window well to get some leaves out and a snake looks at you. I jump and run away like a little 2-year-old girl, like, ah!
When I was, when the kids were little, we lived in Otho, and my daughter and the little neighbor boy would go out and catch garter snakes, and that side of Otho was full of garter snakes, and they had a 5-gallon bucket about this full of garter snakes.
Oh my gosh!
And he took it in the house and showed his mom. I've never heard somebody scream. I saw him go into the house with it. I'm like, or actually, I was married to my ex-wife. I'm like, Kim, this is going to be funny. And you heard the screams for miles around. Get those things out of my house.
On one of my social media things, I have like house things like to repair and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Well, one of them was this house had a mouse problem and it showed how you fix it. He drilled a hole, like almost like an outlet in the wall. You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
And put a big snake through it. And then he pulled a bucket and he had 2 buckets full of mice.
Yeah. all running away from that snake.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden at the end of the video, the snake comes back out and it's like, well, he must have got them all.
That was easy.
Just one at a time. This guy had a broom, and every time the mouse was halfway out, he just like kind of hit the broom and pushed him into his bucket.
Mm-hmm. I did see that video. We'll have to share it if you see it.
I will. That's great. So if you have mice in your walls, just let a big cobra snake.
I don't think I can sleep in the house afterwards. Thinking there's a snake in the wall still. Maybe it had a baby egg and the egg hatched and now there's snakes in the walls of the house.
Yeah, I don't think that happened. You're weird.
Or the means there was a spider in the house and they burnt the house down. You've seen those too.
So what's going on in town tonight? Is there any St. Patty's big bashes?
Yeah, there is actually.
There's one.
Oh, Shiny Top Hat is big one on Saturday. We did a whole day, but we're going to do it again today. And we're having Rowan play again, so the Irish sing-along songs and all that stuff today again. Buford's has corned beef and cabbage, and what's that stew called?
Oh, that's
Mulligan stew, whatever.
Where has that?
Old Boston's has it, and Buford's has it.
Awesome. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch.
And I don't know who else is having it today. Those are the only two I know that consistently have it every St. Patrick's Day. Green beer, I'm sure anywhere. We should have brought green beer in. It's always a good time for a beer. A little too early for you?
A little too early for me.
On St. Patrick's Day. Are you Irish?
I am.
What the heck?
I'm actually like 50-50. My great-grandpa was straight from Ireland.
Okay.
And my great-grandma was straight from Germany. And she spoke German, and I knew her. Like my great-grandpa I never knew.
I knew just enough German when I lived in Germany to get myself in trouble. Now I forgot all of it.
I didn't know any of it.
Yeah. You know English?
Sometimes.
Can you put the
Irish sometimes today I don't think I knew it.
I have that.
Just mix up a bunch of words, and I'm talking to a client and I couldn't even think of. Yeah, you called me and told me a term. I'm like, what is that? And you're like, it's a planter. It's like, then why didn't you say it's a planter and said some fancy French word for it?
Credenza. So there's a piece of furniture in the office here, and Kathy and Jim always called it the credenza, and everybody that starts here is like, "What's a credenza?"
Yeah, one of the office people called me and said, "Hey, where's that contract?" I was like, "Oh, I left it on the credenza for you." It's like, well, what the hell's a credenza?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know either.
Well, just look around, you'll find the darn thing.
So you looked up the definition. The definition of a credenza is a desk without a place for a chair.
So it's a credenza.
That's a credenza. So it's like a desk with no chair.
Yeah. Although you could put a chair up to it, but your knees would hit the thing, and it wouldn't make a very good desk.
It's for short people with short knees.
Or no knees.
Or no knees. It looks like somebody shared the link to the snake, the wall and the snake.
Oh, really?
So look in the comments and you can go check the wall, the snake going in the walls and kicking all the mice out. Thanks for that, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Kevin.
I'm going to talk about housing market since this is what we do. We talk about the housing market.
Talk about the houses.
I looked up the other day. There's 37 houses on the Fort Dodge MLS right now, which is not very, or in Fort Dodge. There's more if you go outside of Fort Dodge and all the MLS, but in Fort Dodge, there's only like 37 houses.
I put 2 listings on yesterday, and I got 2 accepted offers yesterday.
Jerk. I was supposed to show one of them in 20 minutes.
So we have buyers.
A lot of buyers.
And I have a lot of buyers written down on my desk on, like, once something comes up, we got to get in right away.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, give us a call.
Yeah. If you want to sell your house, it's a great time to sell. There are a ton of buyers. Stuff's moving fast.
And I talked to another realtor this morning who was concerned about the news, stating that this year, there's going to be 6 hikes with the loans. And next year, there's going to be 4. Now, I've heard that before, and I don't really buy it until it happens. Because
me either.
I've heard that. So don't go around saying Jeremiah and Todd said that it's rising, because it's all hearsay.
Yeah, we're amateur economists.
Yeah.
It is we knew it was going to go up. It can't stay that low forever.
No.
And they got to find a way. That's how they battle inflation. There's some articles about that too, about how raising the interest rate kind of battles inflation so it doesn't go up quite so fast. But it's another thing saying it's a great time to buy and sell because if those rate hikes continue to go up, the lower the interest rate, the more house you can afford.
Yeah, and we're like when we're talking about listings, we're talking about all price ranges. I have a bunch of buyers right now between 80 and 120,000,
Me too.
and there's only 2 or 3 houses even available in that price range. So, and I also don't think you need to have your house completely done in the way you want it to go to market.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a call and we'll come through and tell you what you do need to do and what you don't need to do.
A couple of things that are important, and a couple little projects are fine. I mean, nobody wants a big project. I mean, we found that a lot lately. That
I've seen a lot of people lately like do big projects, and you're not going to get your money back out of some of those.
Mm-mm.
So
we can put a price together before or after.
Yes.
Actually, I did that for a client the other day. He's got like 4 houses he's trying to flip, and he goes, "Todd, am I going to make more money now or after I fix them?" And I said, "Well, this is what I guess they're worth now. This is what," and he does great work. So this is top value because he's going to make them perfect. He's like, "Well, that's a lot of extra money. So, well, I'm going to keep them, get them flipped." And I'm like, "You have 5 houses to flip. You don't have time for it."
Well, I talked to a very experienced, seasoned flipper that does it for a second job, and he said, when you buy a house for $25,000 from somebody and somebody offers you 30, you should take it every single time. Mm-hmm. That was his suggestion to me. And the reason is he'd buy them, think he got a pretty darn good deal at 25, and then he puts 25 in it, and he's got time and labor into it. Then he puts it on the market for 60, and at the end of the day, he just walks away with $5,000.
Either way, yeah.
So it's like, do you want the 3-month project? And to make that $5,000, you could have sold it 3 months earlier and made the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
makes sense.
Weigh those things out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a math problem. Sometimes it's a
and that gentleman told me it took him 20 years to figure that out.
I'm a slow learner.
So it was great getting that tip. And now I'm giving you that tip.
Yeah. Look at this. Words to live by. Buy now, sell now. Well, buy low, sell high.
I heard a really good joke the other day that I'm just dying to tell.
Okay, let's hear it.
This girl looked at whoever and she said, "Gosh, I had so many great memories building sandcastles with my grandpa until my mom took away the urn." I loved it. I came in the next morning and had to show Myrna and show Kathy right away because it was the best joke I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that has nothing to do with real estate or St. Patty's Day or Talk for Dodge
or anything. We should do one someday where we tell dad jokes and whoever lasts the most loses.
We said that before. We should do it.
We'll get some jokes. You guys in for that next week, maybe?
It's good.
Thanks again, Kevin.
I love it. All right. So, talk about corned beef and cabbage. That was Chef Kevin that just said that. And he makes the best everything. Those remind me of the cellar days when we would eat really good all the time.
Yeah.
So, corned beef and cabbage. Go drink green beer. Go get crazy.
Go have fun.
We tried catching the leprechaun last night at our house.
Did you find it?
No, he got the gold, the chocolate gold that we put out. He got that and he tipped the whole thing sideways. And the kids were upset because once again, we missed. Last year, we had the basement and we built up a legit wood walls and put gold leading up to it. And I had a piece of plywood, like a full-blown 4-foot plywood that slammed down.
To catch him?
To catch him.
You still didn't get him?
No. But we got a piece of clothing in the corner.
Okay.
So, and for whatever reason, he's got little footprints that run away that
look like that.
Yeah, it looked like that. We didn't see that this morning, but we had that last year. Wow, how we ran away.
That's awesome. I miss having little kids in the house.
Yeah, it's funny because this morning they walk around and they tell us all the other things that the leprechaun did while he was in the house. Benjamin came in my room and he's like, "Mom, Dad, the leprechaun also got into the bread because the bread cabinetry is open and the bread was open. So he must have gotten some bread. And then Isabel comes in and she goes, there was this ball that was half eaten and it was in my bed. So the leprechaun was in my bed. And the first thing Jenny said is, that's creepy. And I'm like, don't say it's creepy because then they're going to want to sleep with us every night because there's a little leprechaun running around.
Well, you do have 4 kids. Something's got to stop that.
Yeah. It stopped.
And with that, there's another week of Talk Fort Dodge with us just rambling about fun stuff. So, next week we'll tell some dad jokes. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And we'll try to keep score. All right. Let's do it. And Father Fellers, if you want to be on, let us know. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.